Hi, welcome to Cat Ninjas. Welcome to Cat Ninjas. Let's have another rocking evening. Good evening to all of you. So, welcome to Cat Ninjas. So, I hope you are enjoying this particular series on DILR celebration. And at the same time, as you are enjoying your festive season, so let's also kind of keep it in mind that we may have to balance between our CAT preparation, especially since we are preparing for CAT 21, because the series CAT Ninjas 1.0 is technically created for the students appearing for CAT 21, and therefore we may have to balance it, keeping the time in mind. We have about 50 days to CAT, so probably we need to be cognizant of that situation, kind of looking, balancing between our festive season, also the exam season. Great, all right, that brings us to the points as we continue our discussion on DILR. So let me quickly introduce myself before we go any further. I'm Belvi Srinivas and I've been working in this industry since 2007. That's about 14 years now. So I worked in various capacities, as most of you know. So I worked as both in both as a trainer as well as a as in the management, contributing towards the course development and course planning and pedagogy planning, etc. That's the briefly about me. And over a period of time, I did develop expertise to train the students, especially in the areas of QA, DI, and LR. Although I am comfortable in training this, comfortable in mentoring the students in the VRC space. So if you'd like to have brief counseling or short discussions or small interactions or doubt clarifications, you can join this particular Telegram channel. Not only I, but also there are a handful of students on this particular channel who are active in resolving some of your queries and some of your doubts. And as and when where it is my presence is required, I will surely chip in to address some of your concerns. All right, that's briefly about us, as how we can, about me and how we can travel together from here. Coming to quick announcements before we unleash ourselves into the lecture. Sun Academy offers two kinds of program, as most of you would know. One of them is a plus, the other one is an iconic program represented by STAR. In the plus, you will have loads of structured courses. So when I say structured courses, the dozens of educators launch courses. Some of them at level one, some of that's a foundation level. Some of them at intermediate level. Some of them could be advanced level. Different courses on different topics or different skill areas would be launched by educators very frequent on a very frequent basis. So definitely, like when you are here, you will find something that might suit your skill set to move from point X to point Y, from one orbit to another orbit. This also comes with the structured study material and weekly test and all possible live classes you can attend during your subscription period, and also some of the recorded videos can be watched. That's about this. That's about the plus. And then coming to the iconic, in addition to whatever we spoke about, plus is true for iconic as well. But in addition to whatever we spoke, you also get to interact with the mentors of your choice in one-to-one facility, in one-to-one on one-to-one basis. That's if you have doubts in the areas, in any of the areas, be it academic or be it non-academic, or still non-academic in the sense related with entrance exam, you can always set up a one-to-one meeting, and then you can have the discussion with one of your favorite mentors. Yes, but what I meant by one-to-one is you can have your doubts getting resolved. You can have your concept discussions. You can discuss about your test scores. You can discuss one-to-one live mentoring. What I meant is what we meant is, if you have a query regarding how to fill a B school form with appropriate responses to the questions being asked on some of the good B school forms, and also, like, so you want to validate your answers for some of the very basic questions posed in the posed in MBA interviews. You can kind of, like, so you can set up that one-to-one meeting to validate some of your responses, right? So these are this is what the additional benefit you have with Iconic. Yes, if you are preparing for CAT 21, you should look into this particular last mile course launched by some of the finest educators in the country. You can take a look at that. And if you're looking for CAT 22 or CMAT 22, there are parallel batches getting launched, and you can also kind of look into it. Yeah, plus subscription. Uh, you 6 months plus subscription, 18 months, 24 months, and there are subscriptions even less than 6 months. You can kind of take a look at them, what suits you better. You can opt for it, and if you use the educator code, any educator code including my code, which is Belby 100, you get 10% discount on the offerings, right? Whatever is the subscription fees, so you will get 10% additional discount on these offerings. But if you are preparing for CAT 21, I would recommend you to opt for 6 months iconic subscription, because in the next few months, that's about next 3 4 5 months, you might have to set up sufficient number of one-to-one meetings to discuss about your B school application, form filling, or it could be the interview interactions. It would be nice to have those discussions before you get on to the actual interviews or actual discussions with the professors at the B school. Not only that, you can also discuss the score improvement, because in the last 50 days, I'm sure you would be writing about 2 dozen tests, so more than a dozen tests, maybe about 12, 15 tests you will pack it during this point in time. Naturally, you want to improvise on your scores in the mocks before you go on to take the CAT. Let's keep these things in mind. Yes, of course, already now this comes with a bit of premium pricing. It looks a little bit of premium, but nevertheless, you get 10% discount on this when you use the educator code, right? Yeah. So that brings us kind of to the end of presentation. I'm sure you are, as much as you are preparing, you are also taking the test. You're also taking the test. Ensure that you write at least 2 mocks every day, and from the mid of October it would be better, or at mid or end of October, if you shift it to 3 mocks every week, it would be better. About 2 mocks a week at this point in time, so 3 mocks a week by the time you go to the end of October. That would definitely build a lot of momentum into your preparation. Yes, those who are subscribed for plus or iconic plus subscribers and iconic subscribers, so you would get 2 full-length mocks every week, already every week, and 3 sectional tests every week, and also the mocks for other management entrance tests monthly basis. All of this comes with a detailed video analysis as to how one is expected to perform and what are the responses, etc. All right, so this is about, I'm sure already you are taking the test pretty seriously. It is very important. On all of these particular tests, these 2 mocks, let me be very clear how you got to approach these 2 mocks. One of them should be written on a Sunday. The other one should be written either on Thursday or Friday, right? That is better. This is how you can kind of plan it, and ensure that all the mocks are written somewhere between 9 a.m. or 8 a.m., 9 a.m. to kind of 6 p.m. So you got to peak and you got to perform during the daytime. So because some of you kind of take it very early in the morning, some of you take it very late in the evening. No, that is not an appropriate way. So you got to train your mind to be at its peak, at its best, to be at its best alertness, right? Responsiveness between 9 and 6 in the morning. That's the idea there. Fair enough. So let's get into the lecture. So as we get into the lecture, my instructions remain same, because there could be some of you who are watching this for the first time. So I will give a reflection time of about 4 minutes. I'll give 4 minutes of reflection time. During this reflection time, try and read the passage, that's read the data set, and also the question, read the questions as well. Always read with the intention of how you are going to approach, or how you are going to organize this particular data, and how you are going to commence or start analyzing this particular data. That's very important. These are the things that you kind of got to keep in mind. In about 4 minutes, I expect you to do this. You may wonder that, hey, already you may wonder, so if I want you to give, if I want you to solve, I'm not asking you to solve, because if I ask you to solve, I might have to give somewhere closer to 10 minutes. 10 minutes can be a little higher for some of the sets, for some of you, those are already kind of well prepared. Nevertheless, an average time of 10 minutes I need to give, because of paucity of time, I may not be able to give about 10 minutes. Rather, I give 4 minutes. Try and reflect on this. Sure, okay, you want 5 minutes, I can give 5 minutes, but 4 minutes seems to be appropriate before we commence our discussion. Use this pretty seriously, guys. Get into the appropriate position. Sit on the chair or closer to the table. Ensure that you have the book and pen with you, and I don't want you to be a passive onlooker, or when others are using these 4 minutes you are trying to watch some other video, something else that you are trying to do. Absolutely no. So you got to pull out your copy, take your pen and take your book and start already jotting down certain things, because as you read and comprehend, you got to retain, that is, remember some information as well. So either you write it down somewhere to remember, or possibly kind of like, so you at least to organize, if you have to organize this particular data, how you are going to organize it, right? You have to draw that, depict that particular diagram. This is how I'm going to organize this information. So sit with book and pen in the appropriate position, not on the bed, not on this lying down on the bed or on the sofa. That does not help us, right? So I hope all of you appreciate what I'm trying to say, and let's get into the discussion. So here we go. So I will give 4 minutes of your time for your reflex action. So go ahead and use this time pretty judiciously and try and see that way this ground is covered in about 4 minutes time. So here we go. Let's get started on this note. All the best. Start working. Okay, half time, 2 minutes done. Okay, one more minute. Don't come under pressure. Just think about the parameters that I set and check it out as how you represent this particular data. and how do you start approaching this particular data? Have you understood all the data? That's what you got to check. All right, guys, it's time. I'm sure all of you would have got sufficient exposure to these kind of sets, and you would be in a position to resolve it. I'm pretty sure at this point in time, if you're 2 months, 50 days to the exam, I'm sure all of you would be somewhere closer to the understanding of these kind of sets. You might have worked up sufficient number of sets like this. However, it is a little different in a sense. Probably, I don't know how many of you had got this kind of exposure from the perspective. Well, now if you see here the rank of, because most of us would have come across 4 people, 4 ranks, that's very usual stuff, right? So one important statement here, the rank of a student is calculated as 1 plus, right, 1 plus the number of students with a better rank than him. Well, then he explained also, if 2 students received the first rank in economics, say one of the subjects, no student would have received the second rank. The next rank would have been awarded to the student would be 3. Let me just quickly explain this, because that's one of the very important parameters out here. You see, all right, now this, let me give some names. Hey, this is PQRS, and let me take economics as a subject. What author is trying to say is this: hey, if 2 of them got the same number of marks in economics, then I will give both of them rank 1. Assume that economics paper is for 100 marks and 2 of them scored 92 each, right? 2 of them, P and Q, both scored 92 marks each. Then I would say that, hey, both of you are rank 1. And there comes a next score after this, which is 90, which is 90. Let's say that there is another score 90. You may say that, oh, why not 91? Right? Whatever you want, right? Whatever you want. Say next score is 90. Now I don't call this person as the second rank, because 2 of them got the first rank. I call this particular person as the second. I won't call this as the second rank. Rather, I will say that he's the third in the series. He's the third person in the series. There is a first person, there is a second person, this is the third person in the series. Now between P and Q, whom we have to position first, we don't know, but then both would be called as 1. Therefore there is a skip. I don't call this as the rank 2, rather I will give a skip to the rank 2. I call this person as the rank 3. What if there is another person who got 90? Again, already yes, also got 90. I'll also call this particular person as the rank 3. There is no rank 4 here. This is what it means to us. On the other hand, let me quickly explain this. Hey, what if it is something like this? So one person got 92 marks, 2 people got 91 marks each, 2 people got 91 marks each, and there is one person who got 90. Let's say these are the scores. I would call this particular person as rank 1. These 2 fellows would become rank 2. This one become rank 3. Instead, this would be called as rank 4, right? Because it will be the 4th person in that particular sequence. Between these two will not be able to order, but this is what it means by this underlined statements, right? That's very important there, which means there will be a skip in the number. There is not necessary that if there is 1 and 2, there must be a 3. No, it can be double 2 followed by a 4. That's quite possible. Hey, what if 3 people get the same scores, 1, 1, 1, and the last person becomes 4? Assume that 3 of them got 92 marks, 92 marks, 92 marks, and one fellow got 91 marks. Then I will rank them as 1, 1, 1, 3 first rankers, and there is going to be one fourth ranker. That's how you kind of number them. That is what he tried to explain. All right, now here the rank of a student is calculated as 1 plus the number of students with a better rank than him. That's pretty kind of very important while resolving this particular set. One of the very useful and important information, without which we'll not be able to, if that is misunderstood, then there is no way we are able to resolve this particular issue. Fair enough. Now let's organize this data. Coming to organizing this particular data, I would rather organize it like this. So I will come to the conditions because this I kind of explained it, what has happened out here. That's no big deal. So here are 6 conditions, 6 statements based on which I need to organize this particular data. So here are 6 statements. So I'm decided to organize like this. These are the name of the people. So there is one girl by name P, one girl by name Q, one girl by name R, and one girl by name S. And they appeared for 4 exams, one in economics, one in finance, marketing, and statistics, right? So, and they got the ranks as 1 2 3 4, but all 1 2 3 4 need not be plugged in, because what if 2 people got the same marks, then the rank would repeat for those people, right? Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's come and write the numbers. So what I mean is, under economics I need to write the sequence. It is possible that somebody got first rank, somebody got second rank, somebody got third rank, and somebody got fourth rank. That is possible. It is also possible that, hey, one fellow got 1 rank, 2 people got second rank, and 1 fellow got the fourth rank. That is also possible, because after getting two ranks, I cannot write a third rank. It has to be a fourth rank out there, right? Yeah, something like this. So I don't know, but then I may have to write these kind of numbers inside the box. What I have to write inside the box are nothing but the ranks or numbers. All right, that is what I have to kind of write inside the boxes. Fair enough. Column wise, but how to write it? Is it row wise I should write? No, it's a column wise. Ranking. Finance, who got the first rank? Let's say that Q might have got the first rank in finance. P might have got the second rank, and R also might have got the second rank because the scores are matching. Therefore, S might have got the fourth rank because there is no third rank. Because if 2 of them got the second rank, there is no third rank. It is +1. Therefore, it becomes the fourth rank. Likewise, but we don't know. But let's read the conditions to figure out how we may have to fill this particular information. This is the interesting part of this puzzle. The interesting part of this puzzle is, if 2 people got the first rank, then the other person gets the third rank and fourth rank. There won't be a second rank here, right? This is little unusual scenario for some of us, because generally most of the puzzles would involve 1 2 3 4 kind of just filling every row with 1 2 3 4, columns with 1 2 3 4, something like that. All right, that's what we are kind of involved. But here, this is one of the nature of ranking. It's a true nature, in the sense sometimes the rankings are done like this, right? Rankings are developed and done like this in certain scenarios, right? That is what has been asked here between these 4 people and 4 subjects. All right, let's come back to this particular set. Keeping that in mind, let's come to the set. Let's start with the first statement. What is that? Very generic statement. It is not giving a specific information, but general guidelines. Just like we had one general guideline, the rank of a student is calculated on the basis of this. All right, that's a general guideline. And here comes another general guideline. In any subject, at most, that's a maximum 2 students. Maximum. This is a max. At most is maximum 2 students receive the same rank. One guidelines. Maximum 2 students receive the same rank. Second one is, each student received the third rank in exactly one subject. Probably you may have to keep these 2 pieces of information in mind, because it appears a very general guideline, which means it fits into this entire grid. It is not about 1 cell or 2 cell. It's general in the sense that it is applicable across the grid, right? Therefore, we may have to keep this in mind. All right, for that, let's go to the second one. Sabrina received the last rank in economics. Let's go here. Sabrina received the last rank in economics. I'm putting the stars, which cells I'm talking about. But her rank in economics was better than the rank received by Patsy in marketing. Okay, that is better than the Patsy's ranking in marketing. That's possible. Now look at this. The word used is, Sabrina received the last rank in economics. That's an important thing there. She received the last rank in economics, but her rank in economics was better than the rank received by Patsy in marketing. Implies Sabrina should have received the third rank in economics, and that's a last rank. In fact, third is the last rank, which means there is no fourth rank out here. See why? Because at most 2 students received the same rank, which simply implies that, hey, there has to be 3 distinct ranks there. All right, now, because it's clearly given, at most in any subject. What is that? In any subject, at most 2 students received the same rank. That's it, not more than 2, which implies that, hey, it is not possible that 1 1. All right, if 2 students have, is it possible that 1 1 1 and then 4? No, 1 1 1 4 is not possible. All right, that's a whole idea there, because at maximum 2 students have received the same rank. That's a point there. What are the possibilities of this? All right, this first statement, it could be 1 1, therefore 3 4. That's a possibility. Or it could be 1 2 2 4. That's a possibility. What I'm trying to say, 1 is repeated, That's it, nothing can repeat after that, because at most two students received the same rank. That's it. So at most two, this I'm saying that two, otherwise 1 2 3 4 is also possible. Let me quickly explain the first statement, because if that is misunderstood, again it leads to potential confusion in the future. So 1 is repeated here. I'm saying that, hey man, 2 is repeated. All right, so 3 can also repeat. 1 2 3 3, this 3 can be repeated. That's the meaning of the first statement. That's the meaning of the first statement. And hence, hey, there is, and hence, all right, now, so if you look at this second statement, all right, coming to the second statement, Sabrina received the last rank in economics. The last rank in economics can be either 3 or the last rank could be 4, considering one of these particular scenarios, or it can be, all right, now, usual scenario. At most 2 means what? Hey, is 1 2 3 4 possible? This is also possible. These are the 4 different kind of matrix, and hence when we say last rank, the last rank can be either 4 or the last rank can be either 3. Yeah, now having understood the first statement very clearly, now let's revisit the second statement once again. Let's revisit the second statement, because otherwise some of you may be wondering why I'm writing 3 there. Now look at this. Sabrina received the last rank in economics. I'm here, this particular cell. Last rank in economics implies either 3 or 4. Because we know that the last ranks can be 3 or 4. It cannot be 2 or 1. It cannot be, right, 3 or 4. But her rank in economics was better than the rank received by Patsy in marketing. Right, her rank was better, which means numerically lower number than what Patsy received in marketing. Patsy's in marketing, this particular cell. Hey, this statement is possible provided I make this particular number 3, all right, number 3, and Patsy's rank in marketing has to be 4. That is the only possibility. There is no other possibility. That's about the second statement. Fair enough. Let's go to the third statement now. Having understood this particular ranking, let's go to the third statement. All right, what did the third statement say? Rachel received better rank in statistics than Quina did in finance and received a worse rank in marketing than Sabrina. Pretty vague. It is not giving me any number. I will park it for a later stage. I will come back to this at a later stage. Let me go to the fourth one, because it's a puzzle. So whatever makes quick sense, let me hop onto that, and whatever makes a little slower sense, I will come to it later with some clarity on that particular set. Fourth point. Patsy received all the 4 possible ranks. And she received worse rank in statistics than only Sabrina. Okay, let's attack only first part first. Patsy received all 4 possible ranks implies Patsy got somewhere the first rank. Okay, I'm removing this particular table because we understood what to write here. Not a problem. Patsy received row wise. All right, now here the row wise. Somewhere I should write 1 for Patsy. In one particular cell I should write 2. One particular cell I should write 3. And another particular cell I should write 4. This is true for Patsy. Doesn't mean that it should be true for everybody else. Not necessarily. So that's the first part. Patsy received all 4 possible ranks. In the sense, hey, somewhere I should write 1. Somewhere I should write 2. Somewhere I should write 3. I don't know. I'm just saying that 1, 2, 3, 4 should appear. 4 is already there, so therefore I should take care of 1 2 3 as well. Okay, and Patsy received a worse rank in statistics than only Sabrina. Okay, so when I go to statistics, she received worse rank than only, all right, the word is only, quantifier, right? Only Sabrina implies Sabrina got first rank in statistics and Patsy got the second rank in statistics. That's the point out there, right? Patsy, she is referring to Patsy. Patsy received a worse rank in statistics here under statistics than only Sabrina. Implies Sabrina is the only one who got better rank than Patsy, which implies Sabrina should have got the first rank and Patsy should have got the second rank. This is not possible with any other number. For example, if you think that no sir, Sabrina got second rank, Patsy got third rank, then naturally somebody else has got the first rank, so then Patsy would have got worse rank than 2 other people, right? So that's a point I'm trying to make, very simple one. So therefore this is 1 and this is 2. That's about the fourth statement. Great, let's go to the fifth statement. Fourth is done. Fifth statement. Quina received a better rank than Sabrina in marketing. Vague statement, but nevertheless I can represent this. Quina's rank is better than Sabrina's rank. Okay, under marketing, I'm just writing this particular info under marketing. Quina received a better rank than Sabrina in marketing. I don't know which is the particular rank at this point in time, because it is possible that Quina got the second rank, Sabrina got the third rank. It's also possible that Quina got the first rank, Sabrina got the third rank. All these are possibilities, therefore I just left it out there. So fifth statement, therefore I'll go to sixth statement now. In economics, all right, I'm here, echo. In economics, Patsy received a rank different from that of every other student. All right, Patsy received a rank different from every other student. All right, pretty, you already know. So here we are trying to say that, okay, so Patsy should get a rank different from every other student. Now look at this. Hey, 2 has been allocated. Go to Patsy. Let's all go to Patsy now. For a moment, we'll go to Patsy. Patsy should get 4 different scores, out of which 4 has been allocated here, 4 has been allocated, 2 has been allocated, right? 2 also has been allocated. 4 and 2 are done, which implies Patsy should get either 1 or 3 in economics. I'm going to 6th statement. Read it once again. If you have not got that point, read it very clearly. In economics, Patsy received a rank different from that of every other student, unique. She received a unique rank. Okay, so but then can I write a 2 there? No, because 2 has already been allocated. I can't write another 2. 4 has been already allocated. I cannot write another 4. Only for Patsy, this is true for Patsy, because in one of the statements it clearly mentioned that Patsy got all 4 different ranks. All right, yeah, so keeping that in mind, so therefore it should be either 1 or 3, but it says that, hey, she got a very different rank different from everybody, every other student, implies since Sabrina already got 3rd in economics, 3rd rank in economics, Patsy cannot get 3rd rank in economics, so therefore 3 is ruled out. Therefore Patsy got the 1st rank, and which is unique. All right, which is unique. So Patsy's rank in economics is therefore 1, 1st rank, and which is unique, which simply implies that Patsy got the 3rd rank in finance, because Patsy should get 1, 2, 3, 4 as 4 different ranks out there. Since we decided 1 is the rank for Patsy in economics, in fin the Patsy is going to get 3. Let's keep that in mind. All right, so coming to the other point, which now implies, hey, 4 cannot come here because Sabrina got the last rank, therefore 4 cannot come there. Nobody would have got the 4th rank here. Good. So therefore, what are these particular ranks? We cannot repeat 1, because 1 Patsy got the 1st rank, which is unique, and hence you may say that, hey, can both of them be 2? Or it can both of them be 2? No, both cannot be 2, for a simple reason that if these 2 are 2, then the next rank has to be 4. It cannot be 3 anymore, isn't it? We already concluded on that, and hence we say that, hey, there one person got the 1st rank in echo, one person got the 2nd rank in echo, and 2 people got the 3rd rank in economics. This is very, very important, because in economics, 1st column under economics, nobody got the 4th rank, because Sabrina got the 3rd rank, and that is the worst rank. That's one of the worst ranks there. So which now implies, right? So Patsy got only a unique rank, therefore Patsy got the 1st rank, which is unique. Now therefore I cannot have 2 2s and a 3, because if there are 2 2s, the next rank has to be 4 out there. Therefore it cannot be 2 2s, which implies that, hey, somebody got the 1st rank, that is Patsy in this case. Somebody got the 2nd rank, only one person got the 2nd rank, and the remaining 2 people got the 3rd rank. It is very clear there. So that's a point there. Now the point is therefore, which person got the 2nd rank, which person got another 3rd rank, which is I need to allocate 1 2 and 1 3 here. 1 2 and 1 3 I cannot allocate at this point in time, but at least this would be clear after reading the 6th statement. Okay, that now leads us to only one statement being left, that is the 3rd statement. Let's now go to 3rd statement, and with that we should be able to conclude this particular puzzle, right? We should be able to conclude this. Fair enough. Now let's go to 3rd statement. Therefore, let's hop on to the 3rd statement. I hope you are enjoying this particular puzzle, right? You must be enjoying this. Pretty nice one, right? Nice one, because it's not 1 2 3 4 allocation. There are duplication of certain numbers, all it has the ranks. So that's the beauty about this particular puzzle. Let's go to the 3rd statement. 3rd statement is one, I think, which we have left earlier. Yeah, Rachel received better rank in statistics. Let's say Rachel's rank in statistics, let me call it as X. Better rank in statistics than Queena's rank in finance. Let me call it as Y. What is that I'm trying to say is, hey, X is better than Y. Rank X is numerically, I'll let the numerical ranking, they're better than Y. Rank X is better than rank Y. That's one part of the statement. Good. So let's keep that in mind. The second part of the statement is and is conjunction, therefore it is referring to Rachel. So I will say that Rachel received a worse rank in marketing than Sabrina. Okay, here marketing. Come down to the marketing. Rachel received worse rank than Sabrina. Sabrina is already there. Therefore, Rachel received a worse rank than Sabrina under marketing. So this now leads me to say that hey, Queena should have got the first rank. Sabrina should have got the second rank. Rachel should have got the third rank because the sign is greater than, which means there is a hierarchy. No two of them got the same rank because P has already got the fourth rank. Since P has already got the fourth rank, others nobody can get the fourth rank there. It has to be 1, 2, 3. So let us plug it. Therefore, Quena got the first rank, Sabrina got the second rank, and Rachel got the third rank. And of course, P, all right, Patsy got the fourth rank in marketing. That closes the chapter on marketing. Now we are left with one step saying that, hey, X should be better than Y. The rank X should be better than rank Y. Let's try and see how this could be possible. Okay, so at this point in time, I will leave you 3 minutes. Probably I solved kind of 50% of this particular set. It's kind of 50% done. So I will give 3 minutes. Why don't you plug the rest of the cells on this particular data? Everything is done. You don't have to revisit and read this at all. You don't have to read any of this. Whatever the data you want, it is there. Only one piece of information, X greater than Y, and two pieces of another piece of information here. Somebody should be allocated 2 and 3. Why don't you plug this? So once you kind of plug this, so here are the questions as well. Take a look at the questions once again if required and try and plug these two, only two pieces. I'm marking in red. Hey, this X greater than Y, so rank X is better than rank Y. The number here, numerical rank, is better than the numerical rank here. And there is another plugging. This 2 and 3 need to be plugged under this particular cell. So along with that, you should be able to fill out the data and answer the questions. So I will give 3 minutes at this stage. Why don't you guys try it out, right? So because I kind of completed 50% of it, it's like a hint for you guys. So try and finish rest of the data in about 3 minutes time. Fill this. Even if you don't answer all the questions, it's fine. So plug this in the next 3 minutes time. Go ahead, your time, friends, your time. Go ahead, plug it out. You want access to information? Here it is. Here is access to information. Well, just in case, refer to info. Plug this table, which is important before we look at the questions. Only if you plug this as much as you could, the questions would make sense. Okay, I will leave the questions up for about statements up for about 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and then I will put the questions back. If anything has to be referred to the statements, just take a look. Okay, I'm putting the questions in case you fill the chart completely. Look at this question. Okay, all right, guys, you might have done this. Nevertheless, just cross check while I'm trying to do this. Just cross check this, whatever you did so far. In case you could not, then watch out what we are trying to do out here. This is the opening part. This is the opening part, right? R has already got the third rank. R received third rank in marketing. R received third rank in marketing implies, see here, already you have to allocate 1, 2 and 1, 3. R cannot get another third rank, right? Because R has already got the third rank in marketing implies R cannot get third rank in economics. You may wonder from where you got this particular info. I told you while you were reading, you must be reading with alertness the first generic information. See, because I said there are two pieces of general information, one which has been underlined in the beginning, the rank of a student, etc., etc. That's one. The second generic statement is very first statement. In any subject, at most 2 students received the same rank. I explained. I also asked you to remember each student received the third rank. Each student received the third rank in exactly one subject, right? Each student received the third rank in exactly one subject. That's what I'm referring to. Since R has received the third rank in marketing, already in marketing, R cannot receive third rank in economics also. I cannot receive only once. So that's the crux to unlock this particular puzzle. That's the reason. So just in case somebody forgot that, I kept this open for about a minute, saying that leave the questions, take a look at this in case if it is required, because always the generic informations you have to remember. If you forget the generic information, so we may topple. All right, now it might lead to certain chaos, all right, or misunderstanding in between. So that's a point I'm trying to make. All right, coming back to this, therefore where is 3? All right, I will first allocate this economics column. I will go back to the economics column and I will allocate this. Hey, this becomes 3. All right, Q, this becomes 3 out there because I understood that R has already 3 here. Therefore, I cannot give another 3 here. Therefore, Q would be 3 and R would be 2. 1, 2, 3, 3 is the scores in economics, ranks in economics. Fair enough. That's the story of economics, which is done, sorted. Now, which now implies that, hey, the value of y, now let me come to the value of y, which implies the value of y cannot be 3, implies it can be either 2 or it can be 4. You may wonder, why not 1, sir? What's the problem? Why not 1? Hey, because we said that x is greater than y. Here we are, x is greater than y. If x is greater than y, rank of x is not number, all right? No, rank x is better than rank y. I cannot say that y becomes the first rank. If y is the first rank, then x all right now would become already x. What is the rank of x then? So what rank I should allocate for x, that number. So I can't. So and hence I said that, hey, either it should be 2 or 4. Again the same reason, why 2 or 4? Because Q has already got the rank 3. He cannot get once more rank 3. That was very, very vital. All right, now rank 3 should be given to each candidate only once. Is very, very vital in our allocation here. Okay, fine. Therefore 2 and 4. Can it be 2? All right, can it be 2? No, it can't be 2. Hey, why it can't be 2? Because x can't be 1. X cannot be equal to 1. Hey, why x cannot be equal to 1? Because if these two ranks are 1 and 1, I cannot have a second rank. There is already a second rank here. If there are two ranks which are numbered as 1 and 1, I can't have a second rank, because after 1 and 1, the next person should get the third rank. There is no provision for the second rank, which simply implies that the x was not the first rank. Since x is not the first rank, y is not the second rank, right? Because x cannot be the first rank, therefore y cannot be the second rank. That leaves me by saying that the rank of y should be allocated the fourth rank. Finance has the fourth rank, right? That is the thing. And what about x therefore? What about x therefore? Can I now can x be third rank? Can x be third rank? No, because R has already got the third rank here. He cannot get one more third rank. Therefore, that simply concludes by saying that the value of x is nothing but the second rank. Alright, x is nothing but the second rank, because we said x cannot take the first rank, because if you write another first rank, there cannot be a second rank for P in statistics. That is not possible, which has been already given to us and we kind of plugged it. So therefore we say that the rank of x is 2. Therefore this particular rank is going to be 4. You may say, why not 3? We already kind of understood there is 1, 2 and another 2. Therefore there cannot be a third rank. Therefore you say that Q got the fourth rank here. This is the ranking pattern in statistics. 1, 2, 2, 4. Some person got 1 in statistics, 2 people got 2 in statistics, and 1 person got 4 in statistics, right? That is what we kind of meant here. Fair enough. All right, now that's the story of statistics that now leaves us with only one cell that is called as finance. All right, only one cell called as finance. Hey, there is a third rank and there is a fourth rank. Therefore, it is possible that both of them got the first rank, 1, 1. Therefore, 3, 4 possible. That is also possible. Or it is also possible, no, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is also possible. Therefore, the point is what? Hey, 1 or 2 or 1 or 2. What I meant by 1 or 2, what I meant by 1 or 2 is it is possible that both of them got the first rank, therefore there is a third and fourth rank here, right? There is a therefore third and fourth rank here. Or it can also be possible that hey, one fellow got the first rank, one fellow got the second rank, and there is a 3 and 4 there. So that's a possible. But what is not possible is 2, 2, 3, 4 is not possible. Don't try to write 2, 2, 3, 4 there. That's not possible. 1, 1, 3, 4 is possible for finance. That's my point. All right, that brings us to the closure of the information. Let's now go to the questions. All right, what we could not figure out is the ranks of R and S cannot be uniquely determined. It is not possible to uniquely determine because R and S both might have got the first rank and then there is a third rank and fourth rank in finance for P and Q respectively. Or it is possible that one of R and S might have received the first rank and the second rank. I'm just circling who got the first rank, I don't know. Therefore, P went on to get third rank and Q went on to get the fourth rank in finance. That's a possibility. But 2, 2 is not possible. Let's be very clear on that. Fair enough. Let's go to the questions. Who received the first rank in marketing? Very clear answer. Q received the first rank in marketing. Pretty clear answer there for the first one. In which subject Patsy did not receive better rank than Queena? Or Patsy received a better rank. This is fine. Patsy received a better rank because Patsy got 3 and Queena got 4. In statistics also Patsy received a better rank. Only in marketing Patsy did not get the better rank. Only in marketing. That happened only in marketing. Therefore, marketing is the subject for the second one. We'll go to the third question. Who received the first rank in finance? All right, that is cannot be determined. That is cannot be determined. Why? Both of them might have received the first rank in finance. That's possible. Or either R or S might have received either R or S, or both might have received the first rank, right? Therefore, we say cannot be determined is the answer for the third question. In at most means maximum. Maximum, how many subjects did at least 2 students receive the same rank, which means there should be a repetition of rank possible in a maximum of how many subjects. See, pretty confusing. This is what CAT technically does. On one hand they use maximum, on one hand they use minimum. At least is minimum. So like sometimes the mind goes, when it is tired, it kind of says which is maximum, which is minimum here. What is happening? Maximum of minimum types. Yeah, read little carefully. It's trying to say that minimum 2 people got the same rank in maximum of how many subjects, right? Pretty clear there. So you need to be just alert to it. Fair enough. Let's come back to this. Let's try and understand which are the subjects I'm talking about here. So 3 and 3. So therefore I say that economics, yeah, there is a repetition of number in economics. Finance, I'll come to it later because there is an issue there. I'll go to marketing. I have 4 distinct numbers, therefore marketing is out. I don't have a repetition of number in marketing. Hey, stats, I have a repetition of number. 2 people got the second rank, therefore stats is in. Okay, but author wants maximum at most. That's right. He's not asking exact number, boundary condition, maximum possible and minimum possible. Since author is looking for maximum possible, I would say that hey, both R and S got the first rank. Both R and S got the first rank possible. Therefore, I will put a tick for finance as well because we wanted maximum. I say that both R and S got the first rank and Q got the third rank and P got the third rank and Q got the fourth rank in finance. 1, 1, 3, 4 is what I allocate, and therefore finance also get qualified. Economics, finance and statistics. You would say answer is 3. At most in 3 subjects, 2 of them might have got the similar ranking. All right, that is the point with this particular set. I hope all of you enjoyed this particular set. Pretty good one because this is kind of different ranking. More often people solve the rankings as 1, 2, 3, 4. Generally people don't solve the ranks as 1, 2, 2, 4, right? After 2 2s there has to be a 4. There is no 3. It's a skip kind of, right? Now this is kind of a rare. So therefore I thought I will give the exposure with this kind of sets. If you have liked it, so you can share saying that okay, you like this particular video, so you can say say put like, and you can comment on this particular video as well. Share the link with others, let them also watch it and get benefited. Subscribe to the channel, and so that whenever I take a lecture you kind of get notified and you can watch it live and ask your doubts as well, so while it is live. So these are some of the upcoming lectures, my friends. So 7th, 8th and 9th, yes, we are doing a celebration series on DI. I hope you are enjoying this. We'll be doing about 6 lectures, 6 different kind of sets, so which you will kind of enjoy this. That's one thing. And yes, in addition to that, I would say there is a plus batch coming up by mid of this particular month, targeting the IFT. But not only IFT, this would certainly help you with your CAT and XAT exams as well. I'll be discussing few concepts of algebra which are kind of very vital to IFT perspective, but I'm not saying that by learning that you will not benefit, it won't benefit your CAT and XAT preparation. Certainly yes, might not be, the concepts I'll be discussing here for 6 hours might not be truly beneficial when you think from the perspective of NMAT or SNAP, but certainly it would help in the exams like CAT and XAT as well, in addition to IFT. That is something that you can look forward to. Yes, so if you are not on the Telegram group, maybe this is the time. I'll let you kind of get onto the Telegram group to say to share your short doubts, so that somebody on the Telegram group, the peer learning is possible, or I will also come back and respond there. That's briefly about what we are trying to do. I hope all of you have enjoyed this particular presentation. Yes, go ahead, like it, share it, subscribe it. I will see you in my next video. Bye till then. Have a happy celebration. God bless you. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Bye-bye.